Friends, you may be knowing that recently the Honorable Supreme Court of India initiated contempt proceedings suo against the advocate Sri Bhushan, Prashant Bhushan, advocate Prashant Bhushan. Normally, you might have been seeing him. He will be filing number of petitions, public interest litigations, and he is trying for accountability in judiciary. All these things remembering every time. Of course, there are occasions where he was imposed a fine also, and he has paid the amount also. Sometimes he was asked to say apology, for which he refused. He faced the trial, and sometimes he faced the wrath of the Supreme Court also. But anyway, we can call him as a crusader. A group of prominent persons, including retired judges of the Supreme Court, former bureaucrats, and lawyers and activists, they are requesting the Honorable Supreme Court of India to withdraw the suo contempt proceedings against Advocate Prashant Bhushan in the interest of justice and fairness and to maintain the court's dignity. Of course, there are rumors. I don't know whether it's correct or not, but that Prashant Bhushan tweeted the CJI driving or giving a pose as though he is driving on a Harley Davidson motorcycle before the governor's bungalow, right, in his area. So it was, of course, it led to criticism on the judiciary also, and of course it may be one of the reasons, but he tweeted his tweets in his Twitter account, they led to the suo petition, suo contempt proceedings by the Supreme Court, right? But one thing, Mr. Prashant Bhushan, he has been a relentless crusader for the rights of the weaker sections of the society. Yes, this we cannot forget. We have been seeing him. He spent almost his career in pro bono legal service. Pro bono legal service means free legal aid. The persons in distress, then if they come to him, he will do the litigation and he will take up the case freely. That's what he is doing. He spent almost his career in doing the pro bono legal service to those who do not have ready access to justice. You may be knowing his background. He is the son of a former Union Minister of Law. Yes, Prashant Bhushan is the son of that Bhushan Sahab who worked as a minister. I know him. Then he has fought cases at the apex court on the issues ranging from environmental protection, just like our MC Mehta, and human rights every day in and out, civil liberties and corruption in the high places. And he has been an outspoken champion for that judicial accountability and reforms, especially in the higher judiciary, because he actually previous CJ, he picked up a row with the CJ saying that your name is also finding place in the FIR in the case of Saraswati Education Trust or Prasad Education Trust, that is renewing the academic year of the MBBS colleges. It has become a sensation issue at that particular point of time. At that time, Mr. Justice Shukla of Rajasthan High Court, he was also said to be involved. Some retired High Court judge of Odisha, he was arrested by the CBI people. Some amount has been recovered from the Hawala broker. So many things have taken place. At that time, Prashant Bhushan was dare enough to question the audacity of our former CJI. Right? So such is his character. And of course, retired judges like Sri Madan B. Lokur and Delhi High Court Judge retired AP Shah, they also, yes, they endorsed the statement that in the past few years, serious questions have been raised about the reluctance of the Supreme Court to play its constitutionally mandated role as a check on the governmental excesses and violations of the fundamental rights of the people by the state. These comments are there, not only by these judges, not only by Prashant Bhushan, they were made by the media, they were made by the academicians, they were made by the civil society organizations and also members of the legal fraternity by sitting under retired judges of the Supreme Court. So the initiation of contempt proceedings against him, against Mr. Prashant Bhushan, so who has articulated some of the concern in his tweets, appears to be, this is important, please hear it, appears to be an attempt at stifling such a criticism. So it will be a lesson not to the Bhushan, lesson to the others also. That means whichever legal fraternity makes an adverse comment, makes a tweet against the so-called judges of the Supreme Court or judiciary, definitely they will not be spared. This is the lesson the Supreme Court wants to tell the legal fraternity or to the people who wanted to actually placate them. Right? So such criticism. So India, of course, Indian democracy and constitutional setup is there definitely. So it says about the fair criticism. Definitely they can fair criticism fair. And also even in the COVID-19 time also, Prashant Bhushan was filing a number of petitions regarding the refugees, regarding the migrant labor, regarding the food to be given to them, all these things. At the time also, on one occasion, our Advocate General Sri Tushar Mehta said, Mr. Prashant Bhushan, please stop your factory of filing pills. You have got real conscience, you have got real concern for them, go and work in the field. Like that, at least because at the time a number of writ petitions or public interest litigations are being filed. And Supreme Court has to take them up also. Definitely, it has been consuming a lot of time of the Supreme Court. Of course, Supreme Court did not interfere. That is why this comment, that means the reluctance of the Supreme Court to play its constitutionally mandated role. You may be knowing what happened at the Aurangabad incident. Then Tushar Mehta sir, Attorney General, he stated that what is the necessity for the people to go and sleep on the railway track? That means they are at fault. No doubt they are at fault, but after all they are laborers, migrants, they have walked a long way and they wanted to get sleep and they are under the impression that no trains will come. Therefore they slept on the railway track. So he made it as a mistake. He said that he wanted to project the victims as the persons who have violated the law, things like that. At that time, Prashant Bhushan argued vehemently against the same, and at that time only these things have occurred. And when the Advocate General stated that everything, the government is looking after everything, and we are supplying so many trains for the migrants, they are going. But if that is the real case, what is the necessity for these people to go on walk near Aurangabad and sleep on the railway track? That's the point. Of course, later so many trains have been done. Migrants, of course, no doubt, government has taken what all it can do. But still, there are allegations. The allegations are quite common. Even though you do 99% of the work, for the 1%, definitely there will be allegations, there will be counter blush. Everybody tries to comment. Yes, comment, definitely that should be there. Otherwise, we can't rectify our debates. But anyway, Mr. Prashant Bhushan, the taking up of the case against Prashant Bhushan, sumoto contempt, normally it is being taken, of course, other people, we can't do anything, but all the people, so many intellectuals, they have been requesting the Supreme Court to withdraw the contempt proceedings because of his integrity, his crusade. He is a crusader in the public issues. He files a lot of petitions and he fights against the corrupt activities of the judiciary in so many issues, and every day in and out he is doing the so-called pro bono services. Definitely we should accept the same, and of course it is for the Supreme Court whether to take up the matter, whether to withdraw the matter. Of course, Supreme Court has already cautioned him that if he apologizes, normally you may be knowing, according to Section 12 of the Contempt of the Courts Act, the first priority will be for Section 12. If you people apologize, they will definitely consider the case. Of course, he might have refused. He might have refused for saying apology because in his view, he is right. He wanted to prove his allegation. Of course, things are like this. Anyway, let us see what will happen. Thank you.